the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Quick give. It's Owens. Turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quarterback keeps it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Can hold on in the face of the contact. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play earlier.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Play action with Reed. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Inside, it's Clark. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing Sellers. Out wide left, it's Harbor. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Quarterback changing the play. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And I think it's safe to say LaNorris Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything, what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks and avoid negative plays. I know this. He doesn't have a chance unless this offensive line gets a lot better, but they believe they've built that up. And if that's the case, this could be a very special year for South Carolina.
Well, and let's be honest, this is where they spent their money in the offseason. They wanted to fortify the offensive line. They brought in Kendall Briles at the coordinator spot. They did everything they could to build around this young man. LaNorris Sellers' talent is through the roof. We know it. Big, strong, can throw it. Now the pieces around him, a big year could be coming for this big young man.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Sellers. Rush right in his face. Smashes through the tackle. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll run it. It's McAllister. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, South Carolina. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. From deep, it's Bussey. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Just smothered on the play.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Left side is Harbor. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun, it's McAllister. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Owens. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams, really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
You gotta love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Straight ahead, it's Clark. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Here's Sellers to throw. Lets it go for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. In the red area, it's McAllister. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Bussey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And this guy's been a weapon throughout the season, man. You've seen him, the ability to throw the football and make plays, but also, just like on this play, man, with his legs, he's going to make you honor them. So he's got that dual threat ability, putting a good season together, man. Inching close.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. I know the intensity can be overwhelming, but you have to hold your water. This makes it much tougher on 3rd and goal. Rush is on, and they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Here's Reed to throw. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
The quarterback has to be able to get the ball out. When you're in an empty backfield, this area of the field, you don't have any tight ends or running backs helping you in pass pro. You've got 5 blockers. So you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, especially if they're adding extra guys. And the QB there needs to know, if it's not open right away, I'm throwing this thing into the bleachers. He does not and gives up the big safety.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Throwing, Sellers. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Fires left. This time he's got it. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Again, it's Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got enough for the first down. Finding some room. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Throwing Reed. They'll run the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Sets his feet, it's Reed. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Aggies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Reed. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He's knocked down. What a play to come up with the interception. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Now they'll put their heads together over on the sideline. Motion from the wideout. Fighting off the defender. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on 3rd down, now setting up 4th.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Reed. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Now on the move. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. On 4th. Here's some daylight. Shakes off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's dropped after taking the hit. They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Reed to throw. Out wide left, it's Craver. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Reed to the air again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. In the gun, third down, Reed. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And now if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs because the scramble now puts you in a good fourth down situation. Interested to see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Sellers. Still looking to his right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Arkansas, taking on the number 5 team, the Auburn Tigers. And it's the Tigers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in, social media certainly does, inside the ACC.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a... And the ball's on the ground! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Texas A&M going up tempo. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Well, giving away 5 on the false start certainly doesn't help anything. 2nd and long coming up. Maybe a double pass. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Throwing Reed. Here comes the heat. He's in for the 2, and that is big because now it's a 1-possession game. They trail by 8. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them it's just...
Makes the grab in their space. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Sellers to throw. Buying time to his right. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
On the run, it's McAllister. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Throwing Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Hits inside. It's Owens. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Handoff again. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now here's Reed. Fires to the middle. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six.
Great job getting the interception, maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy, you're finding your blockers, you're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
Right side, it's Tuggle. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Kill.
He's changing the play. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He wants it all. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Reed escapes the pressure going right. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Just had to get rid of it.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
A run for the quarterback. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Owens. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Reed on the play action. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
On down. They're in the gun. It's Reed. Snags it. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. A&M comes back out with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quick give. It's Owens. Run ends there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Timeout taken here by the... That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man down the middle.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Hauls it in. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out wide right, it's Bussey. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Makes the grab in the corner.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the 4th. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Kill. 28.
They'll give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. At the 30. Running inside the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
30. Blue 30.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Coming out with it, it's Bussey. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Reed fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Horton. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Play fake, Reed. Turns it upfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
What a great play by the defense. And a play like that in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you gotta have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Reed to throw for it on 4th. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And the defense comes up big in a big-time moment, and we've seen it all game long, man. Getting to the quarterback, rattling him, sacking him, and again, in a big moment, on 4th down, they do it again, and they are looking pretty to close this game out.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line.
Blue 85.
Rides to the back. Enough to move the chains. He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing touches on a win for his team. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. And into the end zone. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. One more play to pad the stats. Here's Reed to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Craver. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.